Dear students, in the previous video we have discussed about Young's modulus and shear modulus, and afterwards we considered bulk modulus also, the ratio between hydraulic stress and hydraulic strain. That was called as bulk modulus and it is represented by B. But here in case of the Young's modulus and shear modulus, for stress you wrote F force by area, F by A, F by A. But when we came to bulk modulus, we can write F by A also, and sometimes we use P also, because here the bulk modulus values are for solids, liquids and gases. That's why sometimes we use force by area and sometimes we use pressure. Force by area is nothing but pressure only. So, and here because of pressure there is decrease in volume, therefore we put minus sign here. Decrease in volume by original volume, and in the numerator the hydraulic stress is quite often expressed as pressure. Okay, now let us do problems on bulk modulus. And one more physical quantity is defined. Reciprocal of bulk modulus is called compressibility. 1 by B is K. Okay, now let us go for the problems. Before going to problems on bulk modulus, let us concentrate on P, because in case of bulk modulus, in case of hydraulic stress, object is kept inside a liquid and pressure is exerted on that. So pressure is force per unit area. Pressure is force per unit area. Suppose you have taken a jar and in that you have poured some water, and here the water is exerting pressure on that. Actually the water has some mass and it has some weight. The weight of the water is falling on this body. So what is the weight of the water? Simply F means mg. This is the weight of the water by, and here A is the bottom surface area. A is bottom surface area. Bottom surface area. Now another thing, what shall we do? Any fluid has a density, and density is defined as mass by volume. Density is defined as mass by volume. So from this we get mass is equal to density into volume. So here you can substitute, here in place of mass you can write rho and V by A. Now volume. So volume of water is nothing but volume of the container. Suppose the container is in the shape of a cylinder. So the cylinder has certain cross sectional area, that is A, and it has a height h. So cross sectional area into height, that gives a volume of the cylinder, and that gives a volume of the water. So here you can write rho into volume. Volume is nothing but cross sectional area into height. Therefore let me write here cross sectional area into height into G by A. A and A gets cancelled. So we got P is equal to rho Hg. The pressure exerted by the water on bottom surface is rho Gh. So that you should remember as a formula. While solving problems, we make use of this formula. Pressure exerted by water on bottom surface is rho Gh. Suppose you want to find pressure on this body. You take H value from surface of the water to body surface. You consider only this much, only this water column. Only this water column will be exerting pressure on the upper surface of the body. But here usually we when a body is kept in a lake, under a lake, we consider the entire depth of the lake. Why means the water is exerting pressure on the body not only from upward, from sideways also it is. Now let us look at the example 10.5. The average depth of Indian Ocean. Suppose this is Indian Ocean and its depth is 3000 meters. Calculate the fractional compression delta V by V. Delta V by, see, H is given. See, when you are at the bottom, you say this is height. When you are upward, you say this is depth. Depth or height, both are one and the same. So H is equal to 3000 meters. Now calculate the fractional compression. Fractional compression means volume strain, change in volume by original volume of water at the bottom of the ocean. Given that the bulk modulus value is given of water is 2.2 into 10 power 9 Newton per meter square. Take G value 10 meter per second square. Okay. Now this is a problem on bulk modulus, therefore we should write the expression for bulk modulus. So expression for bulk modulus is volume stress by volume strain. Volume stress is F by A or pressure. Volume strain is change in volume by original volume. So now what shall we do? This is asked. So make it subject. You bring this to left hand side and you send the B to right hand side. So volume strain is P by B. But here, what is the expression for pressure? Pressure exerted by the water is H rho G divided by B. Now substituting the values. H means depth 3000 meters. Rho means density of water. Density of water is 10 power 3 kg per meter square, meter cube. And G value is 10. B value is 2.2 into 10 power 9. So substituting the values, so we got the bulk modulus value. Sorry, we got volume strain. Bulk modulus value is given, and what is asked? Fractional compression is asked. Fractional compression. So you have calculated fractional compression. That is nothing but volume strain. So this is fractional compression, fractional compression. That is delta V by V. So change in volume by original volume multiplied by 100 gives compression percentage. See, this is fraction. If the fraction is multiplied by 100, you get compression in percent. So percent compression is equal to delta V by V into 100. That is 1.36 into 10 power minus 2 into 100 means 10 power 2. So 1.36%. Now let us look at 10.12 problem. Compute the bulk modulus of water from the following data. Bulk modulus is asked B is equal to how much? Initial volume. Initial volume means V1, 100 liters. Pressure increase given 100 atmospheres. And here 1 atmosphere is equal to pascals. We need pressure in terms of pascals only to substitute in the formula. So let us write here 100 into 1 atmosphere is 1.013 into 10 power 5 pascals. So we get, see, this can be roughly taken as 1 also. Okay, now pressure is available. Final volume is 100.5 liter. Compare the bulk modulus of water with that of air at constant temperature. See, this is bulk modulus of water and with air. Here another question is given. This is the first one. Second one, compare BW with B air. Okay. With that of air at constant temperature. Explain in simple terms why the ratio is large. So this ratio is large, that we have to explain. Okay. Now writing expression for bulk modulus. F by A by, here change in volume by original volume. F by A means pressure, change in volume by original volume. So now bulk modulus is asked. So the V comes to upward, PV by delta V. Now let us check the data. Pressure is available, volume, initial volume is available, and change in volume. So initial volume P is 100 into this means 1.013 into 10 power 5 to 10 power 7. Volume, initial volume is 100 liters. But volume in liters must be converted into meter cube. Initial volume is given as 100 liters. 1 liter is equal to 10 power minus 3 meter cube. So 100 means 10 square and 1 liter is equal to 10 power minus 3 meter cube, that is equal to 0.1 meter cube. Next, what is required? PV over delta V, change in volume. Change in volume means V2 minus V1. So V2 is 100.5 minus V1 is 100. So that is equal to 0.5 liters. 0.5 liters. That means 0.5 into 1 liter means 10 power minus 3 meter cube. So substituting these values, we get bulk modulus P 1.013 into 10 power 7, V volume 0.1, here delta V 0.5 into 10 power minus 3. Seven, here minus 3 plus 3 minus 1, so we get 2.026 into 10 power 9. So this is pascals or Newton by meter square. Pascals or Newton by meter square. Now second one, compare. See, this is bulk modulus of water. Bulk modulus of water. Now bulk modulus of air. In the table previously we have seen that was 1.0 into 10 to the power of 4 pascals. Now compare with air. And what else is asked here? Let us see. Compare the bulk modulus of water with that of air. Explain in simple terms why the ratio is so large. Why the ratio is so large. So the ratio between, now we write B water by B air is equal to 2. Let us take 2.0 only, 10 power 9 by 1.0 into 10 to the power of 4, 2 into 10 to the power of 5. It means bulk modulus of water is, let us take this side, 2 into 10 to the power of 5 into B of air. It means bulk modulus of water is, see, 2 into 10 to the power of 5 times that of air. But in this way we can't understand. That's why we defined another physical quantity, that is compressibility. Let us do one thing. Bring this bulk modulus of air, if brought this to left hand side, it becomes 1 by B air, and that becomes, let me write here, 1 by B air is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of 5 into 1 by B water. 1 by B water. See, 1 by B means compressibility of air. Compressibility of air is equal to 2 into 10 to the power of 5 into 1 by B means here compressibility of water. Compressibility of water. See, compressibility of air is 2 into 10 to the power of 5 times that of water. See, water is only less compressible. Air is more compressible. In the previous video we discussed this topic. The reason is the coupling between the molecules. In case of solids, the molecules are tightly coupled. They will not be moved. In case of water, one molecule slips over another molecule. It can roll one over another. Only that much freedom is given. But the distance between the molecules is not very much. But when you go for air, there is a lot of empty space between molecules. That's why you can compress air as much as possible. So that's why the compressibility of air is large compared to that of water. Now, additional problem 10.14. Compute the fractional change in volume. Fractional change in volume means delta V by V. That is asked. Of a glass slab when subjected to a hydraulic pressure of 10 atmosphere. Pressure is given 10 atmospheres. So we convert the pressure in atmospheres into pascals. So 1 atmosphere is equal to 1.013 into 10 power 5 pascals. Right. Now writing expression for bulk modulus. Bulk modulus is equal to F by A by delta V by V. F by A is pressure by delta V by V, or this V comes to numerator, so PV by delta V. No, delta V by V is asked, therefore let us bring this to left hand side. Let us take the B to right hand side. P by B. So B value is required, but here B value is not given, so we should look in the table. Glass slab, the material is glass slab. So here for glass slab, for glass, whether it is slab or for glass, bulk modulus is, looking in the table, bulk moduli B value, glass 37 into 10 power 9. Pascals. So pressure is 10 into 1.013 into 10 power 5, and B value is 37 into 10 power 9. So this is the answer. So this is fractional change in volume, percent change. If we want percent change in volume into 100. So we get 0.27, sorry. This is 0.027. Now 2 minus 3 minus 1. Therefore 0.27 into 2 minus 3 10 power minus 1 by 10 means 0.0027%. So in volume also we can express. Now let us look at exercise problem 12th. A spherical ball of volume 1000 centimeter cube. It means it is initial volume 1000 cm cube is subjected to a pressure of 10 atmosphere. Pressure is given 10 atmospheres. The change in volume is given change in volume 10 power minus 2 cm cube. If the ball is made of iron, find its bulk modulus. So bulk modulus is asked. B is equal to how much? Okay. Now let us write bulk modulus expression. B is equal to P by delta V by V, or PV by delta V. So P is available. This must be converted into pascals. So into 1.013 into 10 power 5 pascals. Now let us substitute the values. Pressure 10 into 1.013 to 10 power 5 pascals. This is initial volume. Initial volume here, this is given in centimeter cube. It must be converted into meter cube or okay. See, both are V and change in volume, both are in centimeter cube, so no problem. So here 1000 cm cube divided by delta V, 10 power minus 2 cm cube gets cancelled. So we get here 10 means 10.13 into 10 power, here 5, here 3, here plus 2. So we get 10.13 into 10 power 10. See here, taking this approximately as 10 into 10 power 10 means 10 power 11. So 1 into 10 power 11 pascals. Let us look at 13th problem. A copper cube of side of length 1 centimeter. So it means initial volume. See, it is a cube. It is a cube of 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. It means initial volume. Initial volume is 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter into 1 centimeter, that is 1 centimeter cube, or 1 into 10 power minus 2 10 power minus 6 meter cube. Afterwards, subjected to a pressure of 100 atmospheres. Pressure is equal to 100 atmospheres. See, actually 1 atmosphere is equal to 1.013 into 10 to the power of 5 pascals. But sometimes this is just taken as 1 into 10 to the power of 5 pascals. While doing problems, we don't take this much accurate value, just you take 1. Okay, so 100 into 1 into 10 to the power of 5 pascals. So that is 10 power 7 pascals pressure. And further, what is given here? Find the change in its volume. Change in volume is asked. Change in volume, how much? Change in volume. If the bulk modulus of copper is given, 1.4 into 10 power 11 Newton per meter square. Right. Now writing the expression for bulk modulus, the formula is PV by delta V. P is 10 power 7, V is 10 power minus 6, delta V, that is asked. Here B value 1 point, let us write like this, delta V is equal to, take delta V left side, B right side, 10 power 7 into 10 power minus 6 by B, 7 minus 6 1, 10 by B value 1.4 into 10 power 11, so that is equal to, so we get the value this much. Let us look at the 14th problem. Determine the pressure required. Pressure is asked to reduce the given volume of water by 2%. See, this is percent decrease in volume. That is delta V by V into 100. That is 2%. Bulk modulus is given 2.2 into 10 power 9 Newton per meter square. Okay, now expression for bulk modulus is P divided by delta V by V. So here what is asked? Pressure is asked. From this, P is equal to B into delta V by V. So here percent is given, so delta V by V is equal to, take this 100 that side, 2 by 100. So substituting the values, B value 2.2 into 10 power 9, delta V by V 2 by 100. So we get the pressure in pascals. The value is 4.4 10 power 7. And that is in pascals or Newton by meter square. Additional problem 10.15. Determine the volume contraction of a solid copper cube. Volume contraction, that is change in volume is asked. Solid copper cube 10 centimeter on an edge. So the copper cube's side length is given. So you can find initial volume with this 10 centimeter into 10 centimeter into 10 centimeter. It is a cube. Therefore 10 power 3 centimeter cube. Okay. When subject to hydraulic pressure is given 7.0 into 10 power 6 pascals. Now writing expression for bulk modulus PV by delta V. So from this, delta V is equal to PV by B. P 7.0 into 10 power 6 into V value 10 power 3, centi means 10 power minus 2 whole cube, and divided by B value. So now B value means what type of material this is? Solid copper cube. For copper, what is the bulk? Okay, for copper, bulk modulus B value for copper is 140 into 10 power 9. Okay, 140 into 10 power 9. So substituting the values, we get the answer. So this is the answer. Now let us look at 10.16. How much should the pressure on a liter of water be changed? See, liter of water, this must be initial volume. So initial volume 1 liter, that is 10 power minus 3 meter cube, be changed to compress it by 0.10%. So this is a percent compression is given. That is delta V by V into 100, that is given 0.10. Okay. Now, how much should the pressure? Pressure is asked. Pressure is asked. So, once again you see how much should the pressure? Pressure is asked. On 1 liter of water, initial volume is 1 liter. And you want to compress it by this much percent. Percent decrease in volume is given. That is decrease in volume by original volume into 100. That is percent decrease in volume, and that is 0.10. Okay. Now from this delta V by V becomes, we take this 100 that side, 0.10 by 100. Okay. Now expression for bulk modulus is PV by delta V. From this you need pressure, so P is equal to B into delta V by V. So B value means water. For water, how much is the B value? So that is also required. For water B value, how much we have to look into the table. Now look into the table. For B value of water, see, for water 2.2 into 10 power 9. 2.2 into 10 power 9. Okay. Now let us substitute 2.2 into 10 power 9. Delta V by V, that is 0.10 by 100. So that is equal to, see here this becomes 0.22 into 10 power 9. This taken up to the numerator, minus 2. We get 0.22 into 10 power 7 pascals or Newton by meter square. Okay. Now look into the answer. We got this answer, 0.22 into 10 to the power 7. But generally in the answers, the power is in even number. Okay, 10 power 7 can be written as 10 power 6 into 10. Then this you multiply this by 10. It becomes 2.2 into 10 power 6. Okay. See, when we considered stress strain curve, stress strain curve, this is 10.5. You might have observed, when stress was increased more and more, the cross section of the wire was getting decreased and decreased, and the wire was becoming thinner and thinner, and ultimately it was fractured. So on this, a scientist Poisson concentrated on this topic. So when you are applying a tensile force means pulling force. The force used to increase length of a wire is called tensile force. See, it is so suppose this is the wire, this is the wire. You have applied force like this. So now its length gets increased because of the tensile force. So as you are applying more and more force or more and more load, then what is happening? Its thickness was getting decreased. Its diameter was getting decreased. It is thinning, and at the break point it is broken. It is fractured. At the fracture point it is broken. So on this, so when its length increases, when you are increasing its length, then its diameter should decrease. That is the observation of our Poisson scientist. See, this is length, and this is the diameter. So when you increase length, the thickness or diameter decreases. See, the volume must be constant now. Length into cross sectional area gives you volume. So when its length is increased, automatically its cross sectional area should decrease to keep the volume constant. So on this issue, our Poisson concentrated, and he has given an expression on that. Let us study. Now let us look at the diagram. See, wire has a shape of cylinder, solid cylinder. Initially our wire is in this shape. When you applied tensile force on the wire, it has become like this. The shaded part, it has become like this. Previously it was thick, now it has become thin. See what changes you observe. Initially its length was L, and after applying tensile force, its length increased from L to L plus delta L. Its length has increased. Okay, now concentrate on diameter. See, initially its diameter was this much, but after applying tensile force, its diameter decreased. Length increased and diameter decreased. So here he has given he used two names. Increase in length, that we already know, longitudinal strain. So let me write that. Longitudinal strain. Longitudinal strain, that is increase in length. That is nothing but increase in length by original length. Longitudinal strain is defined as increase in length by original length. That you know very well. Now he introduced another another physical quantity, and that is lateral strain. Lateral strain. When length increased, diameter decreased. So decrease in diameter by original diameter. Here we use minus sign that represents decrease in diameter. So lateral strain means decrease in diameter by original diameter. Now he found a relation between longitudinal strain and lateral strain. So what is the relation? So he says that lateral strain is directly proportional to longitudinal strain. That is his finding. Lateral strain is directly proportional to longitudinal strain. So it means what? The ratio of these two will be a constant. So therefore lateral strain divided by longitudinal strain is a constant. And that constant is called as Poisson's ratio. That ratio is called Poisson's ratio. So here this Poisson's ratio, the symbol used is sigma. For lateral strain we write minus delta d by d divided by, for longitudinal strain, increase in length by original length. So minus delta d by d into L by delta L. So here this has, say, in the numerator strain, in the denominator strain itself has no units. So the ratio also has no units. It has no units, only numerical values. Okay. So theoretical limits of Poisson's ratio are -1 and plus 0.5. That is, Poisson's ratio value can be minimum value is -1, maximum value is 0.5. According to this formula, these are the theoretical values. But in practice, Poisson ratio has values between 0.2 and 0.4. Okay, let us see values here. Let us see what values are given. For steel, the value is between 0.28 and 0.30 for steel, and for aluminium alloys it is 0.33. See, these values are between 0.2 and 0.4 only. So one thing, so previously we discussed 3 types of moduli and their values depended upon the material. Just like that, here Poisson ratio also, its value depends only on the nature of the material. That is one important thing. And another, Poisson ratio is a ratio of 2 strains. What are the 2 strains? It is a ratio between lateral strain and longitudinal strain. So it is a